is a matchup of ranked versus unranked. One team trying to secure its position and move up in the rankings, the other trying to pull an upset and make a statement. We are in downtown Atlanta in Bobby Dodd Stadium, home field of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Syracuse will kick it off to get us underway. Just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So the Yellow Jackets offense will have the football first here. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Tailback takes the handoff again. First down and missed the line to gain.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. To throw, it's King. Receiver makes the grab.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Now they go with the option, and they didn't fool the defense at all. You know, this defense's option being fundamentally sound. That time, really good job with assignment football. Nowhere to go in a very short game.
Big try. They face 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be 1st down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Dropping back, it's King. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
The focus to not only make the catch, but to simultaneously maintain the awareness and body control. A toe tap like that along the side of the end zone.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Syracuse's offense out there for their first possession. And today, Kirk, we got an elite running back matched up across from an elite linebacker. Both these guys, we talked to them, eager for these collisions that we're going to see today.
Well, Chris, these two guys are as good as there is at their position. One thing we know for sure, you're not just going to see them matched up in the run game. What I can't wait to see is, can this linebacker stay with this running back in the passing game? Because he can be very dangerous catching the ball out of the backfield as well. Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Quarterback finds his target. Tackled, but first down.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
1st and 10 play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
2nd down after that previous play. Wants to throw it. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed by the receiver. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Well, the quarterback's got to be much more cognizant of the line to gain. If you're going to leave it short, at least do it on their side of the field.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Can they keep it going? They make this touchdown drive. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. Decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
2nd down play coming up. Breaks free. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. Keeps it himself.
It's a rare play call anymore in this era of the spread. Typically it's shotgun, get the ball to the outside, typically looking for space. Here they said to heck with that. Let's make it the surest way.
Let's begin a new season here. 1st and 10. Off an RPO and swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
They love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to throw. It's King. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking to scramble. They chase him down. They tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. And I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
The Yellow Jackets bring their punt team onto the field. And that punt carries into the end zone, so a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Ball moves to the 37 on the gain. It's first down. And now the running back's got it again. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Important second down play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Going nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Defense is coming after him. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Makes the grab. It's Cook. Defense reacts quick.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Big spin on the run. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
For this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
3rd down, out of the shotgun. To his right side there for the completion. Looks like Syracuse will have the first down. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk, defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on 3rd down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing him the football.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. And they've got him, the defense, with a tackle for loss to wrap up the first quarter of play. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kirk. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stat. They've flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Willis. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Third and very long. Can they make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions this drive? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The punt team making their way on the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Fights through a tackle. Picks up the first, looking for more. Jukes past it, and he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And one big play has moved the ball across midfield. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Offense operating from the pistol. And the quarterback keeps it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, that didn't work. You talk about filling a hole and making the right read. This big defensive tackle just blew that play up and got them moving backwards.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's King. He's running out of time here. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. The completion picks up about 8, but sets up a 4th down play now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. What a kick. It's good from 55.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Light away. Can they finally get things going this time? A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Here's the 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. First down, looking for more now. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. From the shotgun, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Quick throw hot on the left side. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job to prevent a big play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! They fight.
The defense over the field creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Play action here on first down. That's caught. It's Willis. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Gonna run it. It's Willis. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Syracuse lines up now, 1st and goal. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man, here the quarter's head, and for the defense, it wasn't very much.
And they'll use the ground game here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a 3rd and goal.
Here we go, 3rd and goal coming up. They try to sneak it for the first. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Syracuse. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That's a great drive.
Extra point try coming now. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Second down after that run on the previous play. To the air. It's King. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
So a very makeable offense from the 29. A play action, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Passes the 40. Breaking free at midfield. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense.
And the single back takes the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. You bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. To get a first down. Quarterback still with the football. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Now it's third and short from the 22. This is four-down territory. Let's see what now. Back to throw. It's King. Heavy pressure. He lets it go.
Now that's an incompletion. That'll bring up fourth down and makes you wonder if the offensive coordinator is reevaluating. Maybe a run there might have been the safer call.
So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He was successful with his first try. This one from 39 yards out. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. From near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Ross. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Offense getting set. It's second down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Drops back, needing a here. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. That time it's the free safety getting home on the blitz to blow it up.
But he had a long way to go, and it's a bit of a risk because obviously the free safety is the last line of defense on these long pass plays, and he's coming after that quarterback, and he's got to make sure he gets home quickly to make the play on the QB. Otherwise, you're at risk of giving up a big play through the air. Great job there in timing that up.
Using his legs, it's Haynes.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. QB bootlegs here. Looking to scramble to his left. Has the first still on the move. Heads out of bounds after another big gain and a first down. This defense has not been able to stop the quarterback run today. Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Off the play fake on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he runs it about. That's a big gainer there.
I really like the throw here, Chris, but the fake off the play action was just as effective. You saw the second-level defenders freeze for a split second, and that helps open those passing windows.
The Yellow Jackets will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback keeps the football. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
There's great discipline by this defense. Assignment football at its finest. They're able to string the quarterback out, shut him down to prevent the 1st down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. To the air, it's King. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with the 1st down to 17.
This defense has got to do a better job with coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
And the Yellow Jackets looking to cash in this red zone trip. Looking for some space. It's Haynes. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to scramble. Going toward the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. So a short attempt, but from the right hash, it's a bit of a tricky angle. And that one's straight down the middle. The Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this 2nd half.
The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The ground game ineffective in the 1st half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. Looks right for a quick completion. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Looking for his back. Caught near the sticks. It's Willis. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, on 3rd down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a 1st down.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Pulls it in. It's Ross. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
The key on a third down between a quarterback and a wide receiver is the timing. That quarterback knows that he's got to get the ball out quickly and on time to give his receiver a chance to not just make the catch and stay in bounds, but to be able to give him a chance to maybe get upfield and make a play.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Gets the first and still running. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Cook. Finding space at the 20. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Orange.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
Here's the point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Haynes. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. QB decides to keep it here. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Man tackled after a small pickup there. Okay, it's third down after that run. Dropping back. It's King. Pressure is coming. That's caught. It's Haynes. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And in fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The gain makes it second and medium. Play fake, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Ross. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Sure hands. It's Ross. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
I feel like this quarterback could make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that 1st down completion.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. On the run, it's Willis. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
2nd down after that previous play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Nothing going with the running game on those 2 plays. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, the quarterback was noticeably hurried on that play. Great pass rushes don't have to get to the quarterback to affect the play. That was a great example of it there.
Punt team ready to boot it away. The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. That's right near the goal line. Perfect execution. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. It's a quarterback keeper. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up on 3rd down. Let's see what the call is here. They'd love to get some room for the punter. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
With such tough field position, at least you get some positive yards to give your punter a little bit more room. And who knows, maybe he can flip the field for you.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Hurries the punt, but gets away. A nice kick. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And they've got the returner. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. He's going to hand this off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Short connection to the tight end here. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Passing efficiency is almost always higher off of play action. And you see why right here. The fake froze the defender for a second, and then the quarterback was able to zip it to the open player.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. open. Look out. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seemed to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find out here in the red zone. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They stop him again at the 1. 3rd and goal coming up. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Trying to convert with a sneak. Defense stuffs him right there, no gain. 4th down coming up.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the 1st down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the 1st, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. The shotgun handoff here. In the clear at the 25. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a 1st down as that clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. And it's been an old-school ground game duel. These running backs have been putting on a show so far today. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Scanning the field. It's King. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
And now here comes the point after attempt. They knocked through the PAT to go up 6 points here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. That's a solid gain out of the Wildcat, but not enough for the 1st down.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a 1st down here on this next play.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. Breaking tackles. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Makes the grab. It's Ross. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. He'll hand it off. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, bringing pressure. Grab down the middle. It's Willis. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Syracuse is now operating in the red zone. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I love this. Good job by this corner to come up, get physical, and bring the quarterback down on that option. Never gave him a chance to make his read and toss the ball out.
Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Grab behind the line. It's Ross. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
But these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal on this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive, and now it's 1st and goal.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Back in motion now, and it's a direct snap. They test the middle, but gets stuffed. That run goes nowhere.
Interesting idea here near the goal line, relying on the speed to get to the edge. It didn't work out this time, but maybe give it another look later on.
So getting nothing on first down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it near the end zone. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
It's a good job by this defense rallying the football to keep him out of the end zone. Now we've got 3rd and goal. You got to roll the dice as a defensive coordinator. Maybe bring the blitz. Anything you can do to offset the timing between this quarterback and his group of receivers.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, looking to the end zone, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Here comes the point after attempt. Crucial PAT is good. They're in front by 1 here in the fourth. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Looking downfield, it's King. And the senior quarterback, lucky it didn't get picked off, almost made a freshman mistake.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there, but throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
And now from the pistol formation. Trying to find some room. It's Haynes. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. On the move now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The Yellow Jackets lining up here on 1st and 10. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Second down play coming up. They'll run it here. He's past the marker and still going. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. On first down, it's play action. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30 and a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass. It's King. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
That sack sets up a second bomb. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So a crucial third down play. To try a field goal from here would be 53 yards. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. The field goal is good, and they jump back in front.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll return it from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Send the back in motion. Breaks into open space. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They're going to run it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. Grinding away with the running. That's the tackle. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a 1st down to 17. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Yellow Jackets are in the red zone. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Back to throw. It's King. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Returner decides to field it. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. and he dumps it off to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. They look to throw it here on second down. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, this is almost like taking a sack. Talking about a completion for a loss, every yard is precious. So going backwards, obviously counterproductive to say the least.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Locates the tight end, it's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Chris, look at the clock here. We're under a minute to play, and it's a completion, but it's not very effective. The defense's job is to just keep everything in front of them. The offense has got to come up with different ways to manipulate that coverage and take some shots downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Ross. And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency, and that's a great example that he's up to it.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds, not much of a gain there. Important second down play coming up. Looking for a man. Catch is made down the middle. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game.